Okay, so I took off the air cleaner line there. Just take the choke off the carburetor. Basically, anything that crosses the transmission engine line is where we need to have disconnected. So we can move the front off the back. And there's our oil pressure line. All right, I got my flared nut set here to take this off. Ooh, shit. Not so fancy anymore. Okay. See what else we got. There we go. It wasn't even that tight. I'm not sure what the heck happened with that other wrench. It broke the ear right off the one side of it. Oh well, that's what you get when you use cheap tools. As you can probably easily tell, I'm an amateur at this stuff, so I don't put the money into special fancy professional grade tools. I buy cheap Chinese junk, and every once in a while it bites, but whatever. Okay, we got that line off. What else have we got here now? Looks like our throttle. There we go. I'm going to redo the wiring harness when this gets onto the new tractor. So I'm just going to snip it here so that I still have the colors. I'll move you over this way so you can see what I'm talking about. So I still have the colors of the wires going into the dash. I'll be able to match them up to where they used to go when I get to that point. So I'm just going to snip this right there. I'm going to need a bigger stripper. There we go. All right, on this side, just take the battery off. Oh, that should be 7/16. Okay. And I'm going to take the starter off too, because this is going to go onto the other tractor. Also, when you take these out, chances are the starter's going to pull apart on me. They're easy enough to put back together if you master the trick with the brushes. Probably make another video later with that. Yes, this would be faster with a ratchet. Too lazy to walk 10 feet to grab one. Be out in a minute. Now, this is what I'm talking about with it pulling apart. You want to try and keep this plate with the rest of the starter, if at all possible. Otherwise, you're going to be having to learn about how to hold those brushes back. I might have already let us up too far. Just taking the weight. Now, before I get too rough on this, put a nut on here. If I can get the bolt to go back through. You put a nut on there and hold it together. There we go. It's on a wing nut, the right size and thread. That'll work. Alright, now it should just be a matter of jimmying this thing out. There we go. No clue what that was for. Alright, so there's our starter off. Okay, I think the next step here is going to be blocking up the back end, supporting it properly, and getting ready to undo the bell housing, split things apart. Okay, I just figured out why I never throw much away. This was a makeshift box that I'd built to support my son's bed frame when he broke it a while ago. This is a temporary solution until we got him a new frame, and it did the job there. It's got 2x6 upright by, or sorry, 2x8 uprights by 2x8 lengthwise. There's one, not sure if you can see it here, right underneath the weight of the engine. I think it'll work. I wouldn't trust my life to it. I wouldn't put myself underneath it, but I think it'll work for these purposes. All right, so I've lifted the tractor up a couple inches from the front. Gonna put in a block or two. We might be too high now. Let's see when I drop it. I want to have the weight back on the front tires. Yeah, I think we're one too high. There we go. I think that's about perfect. Looks like it's made contact with the wood. Excellent. So theoretically, the next step is going to be undoing all the bell housing bolts, making sure we got tension on this to hold that up so we don't have any surprises. This is already blocked up, shouldn't be able to go anywhere. Keep my feet free just in case. But yeah, so we'll break all these bolts loose. Nothing to it. I'm going to leave these side ones in until I'm good and ready for things to start coming apart. I'll take out the bottom and the top. This top one, or these top two, also hold in the battery box, which is bolted to the steering column. I'm going to take this whole set with me to the other tractor. We'll see. This battery box is a little rotten, so either I'll have to fix this one, or if the other tractor's got a better one on it, we'll use it. Take this one. Ah, it's a chunk of corn. Whoever had this at some point grew corn. Okay. Those ones on the other side were so easy to get out, I'm not even going to bother with the breaker parts. See if these are right. Interesting, there's only that one. Oh, here we go. Found it. There's just so much grease on here. Didn't even see them. I loosen this, you can see cracks starting to form between the two. Oop. If we're focused. So I'm going to slow down for a second, just make sure the chain is actually tight and we're supporting some weight here. There we go. And then I'll continue removing the bolts. Now, is there one more? No, there can't be if it's starting to split. Okay. Then we'll take out one of the side bolts on each side. Okay, everything is supported. I should be all right to do this. Let's take out the last bolt on this side. Now I just wonder, maybe I should chalk this wheel. The last thing that I want is it going like this as soon as the engine comes off. Maybe I'll throw some 4x4s behind. All right. We're getting down to the moment of truth here. Last bolt. You can see the crack all the way around. It wants to separate. Hope we haven't missed anything. I don't think, actually no, I haven't ever done this on my own. Split my Alice once to put the clutch in it, and my father was here to help me. But this one I'm on my own tonight. See what happens. There we go. She's apart, nothing moved. This looks safe, good. I'm going to back it up a little bit and I'll drop it down on the concrete here. Make sure that everything's in the shot for you folks. Alright, had to find some more substantial blocking in the yard, but I think this is going to do it. The legs on my cherry picker here are a little long. So I have to put it in a little bit of an angle, but I think that'll be fine. Yeah, see how it rests on that. Now there's no children, no anybody other than me that's going to be in this shop, so I think that's good enough for now. I wouldn't want to let kids in here, let anybody anywhere near it, but I think it's all right for right now. So I'm going to leave that on the blocks for the night only. Tomorrow I'm going to make a priority of trying to get back out here. Should just have to take off these running boards on the side. Should be able to bring in the large cherry picker support from the back. This I can probably slide back a little bit more just to give me some room to fold up the small cherry picker, bring it back up here. And then I'm thinking some heavy duty slings under the front and back of the transmission. The weight on there, undo the bolts, pull the back half away, pull the front half away, whichever, pull them away from each other. Then move this off to the side, set it on the floor, come in with the loader and take out all of the rest of the pieces that I don't need. Just gonna leave the tires on the rear end for now. Just make it a little easier to move around. These tires will be going onto the parade tractor. They're a lot newer than what's on the other tractor. They're in good shape. No cracks or anything really. The thing about these tires though is these are 12.4 or 28s. So they're just a little bit larger than, I think it's an 11.2 28 that the 8N came with. So the guy at the auction sale, you'll notice the fenders are not on here. Guy at the auction sale said the fenders didn't quite fit with these slightly larger tires on. So I may have to find a spacer to put under the fenders just so that they clear the wheels, but that's a long time away on the other machine that's still sitting outside. So hopefully tomorrow night we can get this transmission off of here, start getting some of these extra parts back out into the field, and then get to work on splitting the one that's going to be receiving this transmission. Thanks for watching.